press release, Oromo Leadership Convention, November 13, 2016, for immediate release. The historic Oromo Leadership Convention held in Atlanta, Georgia, between November 11th and 13th, 2016, after deliberating on the current serious situation in Oromia, was successfully concluded after passing a groundbreaking resolution that will lay a cornerstone for the unity of all Oromos. The historic convention was attended by religious, civic, and community leaders from across North America and Europe, 8 political party organizations, professional and civil societies, artists, businessmen, scholars, veterans of the struggle, and their Oromo notables who have contributed to the advancement of the Oromo cause in their respective fields. Overall, more than 600 Oromos from all walks of life participated in the convention. The convention thoroughly discussed 4 documents prepared by the organizers in plenary and as well as breakout sessions. It made a series of amendments and modifications to these documents and adopted them as the convention's working documents. The delegates also decided to broaden participation and hence recommended these documents for more robust discussion in different venues. To coordinate this and to intensify diplomatic and advocacy work against the TPLF regime, the convention resolved to establish a coordinating committee. The convention reiterated the cardinal importance of the unity of the Oromo political organizations for the success of our people's struggle. It recognized the existence of diverse shades and stripes of political persuasions among Oromos that are reflected in the existence of different political organizations. However, what unites them as a nation is much greater than what divides them. The convention reached a consensus that, irrespective of their differences, that it is imperative that Oromo political organizations should work jointly and in coordination in order to help mobilize our people for the final battle against the TPLF regime. The political organizations have agreed to commit to work towards that end. The historic convention was held at a time when we commemorate the first anniversary of the Oromo protest that began in Ginchi town, spread to all of Oromia and then to all of Ethiopia. The participants solemnly commemorated our martyrs and rededicated ourselves to the advancement of the just struggle of the Oromo people so that our lives lost would not be in vain. The convention also remembered those who have been tortured, maimed, and now suffering in several jails and concentration camps in Oromia, and those who had to flee the country. To that end, the convention has decided to establish a humanitarian assistance organization to assist Oromos who are affected by the inhumane acts of the TPLF regime. Taking into account that the currently disparate diplomatic advocacy efforts are, the convention has decided to establish an Oromo research and advocacy organization to assist the works of the advocacy groups. Reorganizing the imperative of the time, the participants have decided to further intensify their support for the Oromo revolution and to join hands in solidarity with all freedom-loving peoples to fight against the repressive TPLF regime that has lost all legitimacy. Aware that the TPLF regime has continued its brutal killings, mass incarcerations, enforced disappearances, and persecution of Oromo sons and daughters, the convention condemns in the strongest of terms the state of emergency as a desperate attempt to legalize its illegitimate actions. The convention calls upon the international community to support the United Nations Human Rights Council's call to conduct an independent and thorough investigation into the massacre that the Ethiopian regime committed against the Oromo and other peoples of Ethiopia at the Irrecha festival of October 2nd, 2016. Finally, the Oromo Leadership Convention extends its call to all peoples of Ethiopia to stand together and act in concert to remove the TPLF regime that has become the source of all discontent, division, and disorder in the country.